Hi, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is DM and today I have a project share for the Beki Store on AliExpress. Today's video is going to feature this recipe box die set that was designed by Nicole Silhouette. So in this set, all the pieces that you see here create the base of your recipe box. And the really nice thing is that each of these pieces does come with a layering piece. You get the words recipe, menu in two different fonts, and each of these words does come with a shadow piece. You also get this very large tag. It does come with a layering piece as well. And then the set also includes these pieces. So you get the smaller tag that comes with the layering piece as well. And it does fit onto the tag that you just saw. Here's another tag to change up the look of your recipe cards. And then I really like how we're also given this pocket so that you could add pockets onto your recipe cards. And then it comes with a layering piece as well. And then for my project today, I mainly used this paper pad from Michaels. This did come out in 2016. And this paper pad does have paper that's of a thinner quality. It's similar to copy paper, but it's really great if you're working with a project that has a lot of layers. So I use this. For the base of my box, I cut that out using 110-pound cardstock. I kept it very simple and added a gingerbread man cabochon to the center. I really love how we're given all these layering pieces because it does give the projects a professional look. And right now there is an acetate lid or cover on my box, and that doesn't come with the die set. There's a tutorial for this recipe box that was done by Tracey Farr, and her YouTube channel is called By Far Studio. And as a bonus, she does show us how to create this lid, and I think it's such a brilliant idea because it's really cute and it also helps to keep the dust off the recipe cards. So I really love that. And so I'm gonna put a link to her video in the description box below. You should really check it out as she made a very cute project, and she also added metal feet to the bottom of her box, which I thought was such a cute idea, and I had to get some too, so I can't wait for them to arrive so that I can add them to my box. So the lid does fit on the inside of the box, and I'm just gonna take it off to show you the recipe cards here. So the box was designed to hold up to 12 recipe cards, but there is a lot of room. Right now I only have 9 cards in here, and as you can see, there's a lot of room in between, so you could add more if you wish. So let me just take the cards out to show you. So this is the first one here, and as you can see, the tag is quite a nice size. It measures 4 inches by 5.5 inches, and I really love the layering pieces. And then for this one, like normally you would put your recipes on each of them, but for this I used a digital recipe journal that I found on Etsy. It's from the AVArtDecor Shop, and I'm gonna put a link to it in the description box below. So for this, I just printed out the images and then made a layering piece for them. And because this is the front one, I also added a bow to this. And then on each of these images, I also went over parts of it using stickles just to make it shine a little. It is very hard to see on camera right now, but so that's how the first one turned out. And then I did make them double-sided, so on each of the back, I did layer them and also added an image on the back as well. So that's the first one. I'm just going to take each of the cards out individually here and show you. So for the most part, I kept these recipe cards very simple, and of course you can embellish them more if you wish. For example, on this one, I did add a die cut of a whisk here. And this is a really cute PDF file because when you print it out, it prints large pages, and you could write your own recipes on them, but I just shrunk them down for this project. And I also wanted to point out that in the shop, you can buy this die set on its own, or you could buy it with a stamp set, or even the stamp set on its own as well. And I believe the stamp set is gonna look something like this because Nicole Silhouette also made an example, and on her example, she has something like this. So I believe that's what it's gonna look like. I hope they're gonna post a picture soon. But for these cards, I didn't have the stamp set, so I just made these on my own. So for this example, I also use the smaller tag in the set here, and it's got a layering piece. And then for this recipe card, all I did was I printed out the word recipe with some lines underneath it using my computer, and then I just used the dies to cut it out. And then I just had to make sure that this part here fits onto the die. So that's how I made these. This is a really simple idea for you. And then on this one, I also decorated it with another die cut down here. And then here's the back. And then here's an example using one of the pockets. And it's a really nice design. And I love how we're given a layering piece for it as well. And then there's the word recipe, which I cut out, and it's got the shadow piece as well. And inside this pocket, I just have another image here. But of course, you could also add notes, like additional notes about your recipes into these pockets. And then here's another example with a pocket. And on this one, I just added a gingerbread man die cut that I made using my Silhouette. And inside is another image here. And these pockets would be useful for other projects as well, including the tags. You could use them in mini albums as well. And then another one. And of course, like you don't have to make a recipe box if you don't want to. You could make a box with whatever you like to put onto your tags. And then here's another example. And I think the images in this digital journal are so cute. And then here's another example of the pocket. And in this one, I just tacked one of the recipe cards. And then the last one here, and on this one, I just made another pocket, and then there's the word menu. And then in the pocket, it's got another card here. So I'm just gonna tuck these back into the box here. I also wanted to show you that in the die set, there's this piece that creates a holder for your recipe cards. So for each card that you make, you would just have to cut one of those out, and they do adhere to the bottom of the box like this. So it helps to keep your recipe cards stable inside the box as well. It keeps them from falling out. So you would just tuck your recipe card into the holder like this. And so you could also rearrange your recipe cards. And so I thought that was very well thought out. And so that is my recipe box. And I was also thinking that the base of the box is really good for storage as well. For example, you could put your craft supplies in them. You could also cut out a few of them and maybe even glue them side by side and put them into a drawer, for example, to help organize your craft supplies. So the base of the box, it measures 4¼ inches by 3¼ inch, and the height here is 2 1/8 of an inch. And then another thing is that for those who love to make tag flips, I thought this would be a really cute alternative. And then you could also make your tags really chunky too if you want. And then you could display them like this. So that is the recipe box. I'm going to be putting a link to it in the description box as well, along with Tracey's tutorial and then also Nicole's sample. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any questions or comments, just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.